I challenged the best Hitman players in the world to a brand new, completely custom contract. Designed with the help of Coates, a Hitman legend himself, we placed 5 targets, representing my cringiest chatters, in difficult to kill spots all across one of Hitman's largest maps, Sapienza, Italy. The prize was the largest the Hitman community had ever seen. $500 paid immediately to the killer who could get the best time in 5 days. Now, I expected some good runs from this. Maybe even some great runs. But what I got was so much more. The first target we picked is all the way over here in the top right corner of the map, kneeling down, helping this biker out. And then all the way inside the church, through this curtain and out here, this guy is target number 2. Literally on the other side of the map. Walking between these 2 targets alone can take 90 seconds. This is the actual target in the main game, but she's not a target here. This guy will follow her around. So this is the 3rd target. The 4th target in this public backyard area right here. And the 5th and final target, just to make it extra fucking hard, is down here in the lab. Surrounded by armed guards, it's this guy. With cameras to the left, cameras to the right, patrolling guards, patrolling scientists. I'm going to show you the first submission that was about 4 minutes, okay? This guy's name is Breeze, and he chose to start right here at the guard spot. So the first break was that if you start as a guard right here, you can walk up and poison this guy in the back, instant lethal kill. That's 1 target down in 6 seconds. The problem is the guard start is kind of inconveniently placed. You start on a rooftop in a mansion. So you get this guy quickly, but the rest are hard. Let's see how Breeze handles that. And he walks down here to kill this guy. He shoots the edge of the cliff, destroys this camera, and then when this guy walks up to the cliff to investigate, there's a little pushy. Boom, accident kill. 2 down. Shoots right here at this precise spot. Very clever, causing this target to walk underneath a stalactite. Falls on his head, accident kill, kills him. Now he's back out front of the mansion with 2 targets left. Walks over here. This is the biker guy. Tosses a coin into the tall grass. If a body dies in the tall grass, it's hidden. Pops him in the head. Nobody sees the body. That's 4 down. But now, this is where he loses a lot of time. This 5th guy, the church guy, was the bane of many of the slow runs I saw. So he has to walk, again, from the beginning of the map all the way across the map. Look how long this takes. In the front door, to the back of the church, dodging this guard, upstairs, around the corner, through the gate, pop him in the head, and then out the back. Again, impressive. This is one of the first runs that was about the time that I got, around 4 minutes. It had a good plan for each kill, and most of the time loss came from having to run between them. So that was one of the first good runs I saw. But very quickly, massive improvements started to be made over the course of the week. So one of the next great ideas came from a runner named Kolop315. Kolop315 decided not to start here, but rather start down here in the lab, where he could kill this guy, Marcelo Colombo, very quickly, and then sort of work his way out vertically. Immediately runs out. He destroys the cameras, early destruction of the cameras, so we can get past all the cameras later. Throws down a proximity taser, tosses a proximity taser. Now the guy shocks to death. So that's 1 down instantly, and he's moving all the way up from the bottom of the map to the top. He's on the roof now. Tosses another taser off the roof. So just to pause, that taser he randomly threw off the roof there, one of the targets will walk over, pick it up, and then you can activate it later and kill them at any time. Right as this guard is entering this room, he arrives, and he throws a propane tank that distracts him. The guard goes to investigate. Boom! Propane explosion is an accident kill. The body can be found, it's totally fine. You can see right there, he took out his the trigger, activated the taser, killed this guy. So that's 3 targets dead in the first 150. The church guy has left the church and is outside, and there's a lawnmower within his cone of hearing. He shoots the lawnmower gas tank, causing this guy to go investigate. Boom! Blows that up, accident kill. What's amazing about a route like this is like everything is timed around where his targets are going to be, and he doesn't spend a lot of time waiting. He gets there right when he needs to be, shoots, and moves on. It's a very clean, that's the sign of a good route is like less waiting. Just drops a propane tank. Again, the theme of this run is people like investigating things they shouldn't. Stalactites, propane tanks. This is perfectly ranged, so this explosion radius won't hit the guy on the ground. It will only hit him. Pulls out a sniper. Boom. He ends his route right next to this buggy, which is an exit. Instantly get in the car. 305. Sick, clean, well-routed run. Very impressive. Next up, I want to show someone who showed a little respect to the clown. This comes from Soviet Dubov, who called himself the Sniper Clown. So instead of starting from the lab or from the guard, he actually did a crazy thing and started all the way over here in the ruins. This ruin start is pretty far from everybody, but let's see how he uses it to his advantage. All right, right off the bat, shoots a seemingly random bullet to move a guard. The guards are all running to investigate. Now, that sniper bullet did not kill the target because they would have found the body. That sniper bullet knocked the target down while the rest of the guards were running downstairs. As the biker guy goes to investigate, blam, dead. And he's in a corner, no one sees his body. Bam, bam, he's dead. He made all of them walk to locations where they couldn't be seen, and then it gets wild. You can use things like muffins or breakable objects to boost to areas you can't normally get to. This guy drops a violin and a breaching charge, which is the smallest little bomb, and then blows himself up on the pieces of the violin to a higher location because he needs that extra height for some of these shots. And again, this church guy is still a real problem. Right as he exits, pops him in the head. Walks into the lab and fires some very well-placed shots. Make those guys look away. Make those guys look away. Make the guard turn around. Right as that guy looks away. Make him turn around. And then dead. Nobody sees the body, at least in time for him to exit. 13 seconds faster than the run we just showed. It was quickly answered back with this from Zebulaus. And he started again in an entirely different location. He actually started in the safe house, in the sort of the middle of the town square right here. The closer to the morgue guy, nice route to these guys. This guy becomes one of his hardest and immediately pulls out his sniper and just shoots straight down the street to where the biker guy has started to pull him away. I've played this level 1,000, 2,000 times. I've never climbed up this balcony from the safe house entrance. I didn't even know about this prompt. And it gets him up to this balcony where he panicked this guy who's running for his life because of the 3 sniper shots, and he happens to run right past this car. Boom! Again, crazy clever and entirely different from previous runs. And then we see something that that really was a breakthrough. Now, he wasn't the first person to do this, but in the order of the runs I'm showing, it's the first time you're going to see it. At certain times in the church guy's route, and I didn't know this when we created the contract, he walks underneath the church bell. And if you shoot this rope to make it fall, you can crush him alive with the bell of the church he goes to. Church guy down. Pops that guy. Literally pops this guard while the person he's supposed to guard is looking at this whiteboard or this bulletin board. She does not turn around even though you busted in the room and shot the guard in the head. A breaching charge. So he put a remote detonated bomb next to a propane tank and then threw a coin next to that so the guy would go investigate. And then right as the guy gets near the bomb, he blows it up and exits. He could have just waited and shot the propane tank, but this makes it so he can be at the exit right as he kills him. And that's a 249. The next one saves more than 30 seconds off of this with an entirely different start yet again. Next up, we have Buzzybug. He started down here in the morgue. It's good because it's near the church guy, but it's particularly bad for speedrunners because in the morgue start, you start in a coffin and it takes like 5 seconds just to even get out of the coffin. So he gets out of the coffin and pulls out an Uzi. Boom! Snipes the church guy with an Uzi from the first floor. Then, this was crazy. This is like probably the only run that was submitted that did this. There is a way to get from the main streets into the lab that I have only used maybe once playing casually. If you blow up this wall, this is a loose wall of rock. It's like a Zelda game. He throws an explosive baseball and it blows this wall out into a secret tunnel that leads to the fucking basement. Tosses a propane tank, instantly snipes it, accident kill. Walks into here. What? Knocks out her with a crowbar and shoots him in the head. This is one of the first times you're going to see someone use a breakable object to boost off of a roof. He grabs the bust from her desk and uses it to boost off the roof. Massive time save instead of having to go down the stairs. Distracts that guy, shoots him in the head, and exits. A 2:12, 30 seconds faster. We are halfway through the runs I'm showing you today. For the next one, we have the first run that broke 2 minutes by Atomic Garbage. This one goes back to the ruins. I would have guessed that ruins is the single worst starting location of all of them because it is so far from every target. But these crazy sniper players proved me wrong. He said, I'm not a speedrunner at heart, but I love your streams. So I took a more unconventional route, which I hope you'll find even more interesting. So let's show Atomic Garbage's insane sub 2 minute run from the ruins. Similarly, knocks him down, as far as I know, independently discovered, because these runs were not public. Kills this guy, pops this guy, pops the church bell, major time save, pops that guy free. That's 4 targets dead in less than a minute, then pulls out magnesium powder, which is like a flashbang. And right before he gets whooshed, flashbangs this guard, just runs past him to get the quickest route into the lab. Camera there. Shooting the camera has 2 effects. Not only does it make the camera disappear, but everyone around the destroyed camera looks at the destroyed camera. So on the left, everyone's looking at that destroyed camera. On the right, everyone's looking at that destroyed camera. And right in the middle is his target. Blam! Dead. And he's out with a 147. The first time we've seen a sub 2 minute today. So the next run comes from an all-time great Hitman speedrunner named Yanini, who represented Hitman at GDQ. He's an excellent runner, and this is one of the best runs. This is like one of the leading runs for the majority of the competition. From this point on, almost every run I think I'm going to show you is from the guard start. It was sort of figured out by the elite runners that guard start is the most perfectly positioned. Instantly poisons. He has a different strat. He realizes he doesn't have to run down the stairs to get the shot. In fact, he runs this way, just keeps running this way and shoots a pistol shot right here. Perfectly placed in the grass. Then he keeps running, runs over here. Now, this was crazy to me. He was the first one I saw. I think he was actually the first one to do in terms of submissions. This guy, the top runners figured out, would walk under the bell. But he didn't want to wait for him to walk under the bell, which happens in like 50 seconds. He shoots perfectly placed shots to make this guy inside panic. He makes him scared and run under the bell. So while this guy's panicking, he snipes the bell again. So within the first 20 seconds now, he's got this guy, which is the hardest target that we put in, dead from a bell shot across the map. The trademark, you know it, you love it, Muffin, boosts on these potted plants and just jumps off the roof. Snipes that guy, knowing he'll get out in time. Snipes that guy, and then a second Muffin boost. Now he went on no stairs at all. He stayed on the rooftop, did 3 insane shots to kill 3 guards across the map, and then Muffin boosted off the roof and then off the cliff to get to the top of the level to the bottom of the level in like 20 seconds. And then just really clean, efficient shots. Bam, bam, bam. Everybody's looking away, target's dead. Just really, really precise, really clean. And he's out. I mean, goddamn, a 108. For the majority of the time this contract was up, I thought Yanini was guaranteed winning. I thought this guy figured it out. That's the cleanest run I've ever seen. I was blown away. I was wrong. That was not the winning run. The next run I'm about to show you combines everything and more into something I think is disgusting. It also starts from the guard spawn. Let me show you Dominic 7597's run. This guy might be an actual hitman. Instantly starts, doesn't poison. Unlike Yanini, doesn't instantly poison. Also figured out the panic bell. And just clean. A fadeaway. He's running away. He does a fadeaway pistol shot to knock down the bell. He is shooting a piece of string, holding up the bell from insanely far away. Quick scopes. Pops that guy. then does the poison. It's so efficient down to the second. Pops the poison. Insane AI trickery, shoots the floor, flips his gun out, pulls out a muffin. Hard to explain. Either way, it's a crazy AI trick with the way the gun was angled. Doesn't get seen.
Keep your head down.
Muffin off the roof. Instead of walking all the way up there and shooting that guy, makes him move to get a better angle so we can keep running this way. Boom! Right here. Snipes him whatever deviating from his route. His route is down to the fucking just perfect angle. He doesn't want to have to leave. So he makes them move into his route rather than moving his route to adjust to them. Second muffin boost. Swag moves there. Slides down the cliff, dropping his gun and then catching it out of the air. That doesn't help his time at all. That's just for fucking style points. Yeah, he figured out this. If you shoot this stalactite, it makes everyone who would see this body look away. And then pops that guy. Which is an amazing find, you know, because everyone else was like shooting the cameras or shooting around here. And he's out in 55, under a minute. Under a minute from Dominic. The first sub-minute. Abso-fucking-lutely crazy. Every rough edge has been shaved off. And that actually is the human limit. That's it. 55 seconds is the human limit. But there is one runner left who I can't call a human. To shave off just 1 second from that guy's time, Tupla Piccone, the winner of the $500 contract, to shave off a single second, invented entirely new tech. Tech that has never been seen in any speedrun before today. Let me show you now the 54-second run by Tupla Piccone. It also starts from the guard spawn. Starts, immediately syringes again. Instant poison. Gun flash panics. Panics this guy with the gun, like by pointing a gun at his face, but then instantly drops the gun and picks it up out of the air. Ah, look at this. So that there's no yellow bar. This is going to be hard to explain. But what I can tell you is the way this is done has never been seen before by any speedrun. There are variants, but the way he does it here is completely new. He takes out a violin and runs into the attic. Again, every target he wants to kill is below him. Every other runner we saw today tried to get down as quickly as possible. Why is he going up? He takes the violin, he throws it on the floor, he grabs this toy tank, an item that I've fucking never seen, stands on top of the broken violin, and shoots a propane tank that happens to be sitting exactly the right distance away. The propane tank explosion causes the pieces of the violin that he's standing on to shove him up through the roof. What the fuck? Actually opening a new dimension. Now he's at the highest point of the map. He's like extremely high up. He's on top of the roof. He's as far from his targets as possible. Using this height, he has a perfect vantage point of every angle of the map. Boom. Church bell kill. First guy kill. Third guy kill. Uses the toy tank. He did not have enough item slots to fit muffins. So he found out that you can use the toy tank, which breaks, to make it over this wall. Wall running. All of that to save a single second. A single second. 54 seconds. And win the competition. An absolutely insane, game-breaking legendary time. And though Tupla is our winner, that was not the fastest time. Because even though this motherfucker already had the best time in the world, a full second faster than his competition, he submitted one more run to break his own record with this. 50 seconds. 50 seconds is 10 seconds per kill. It's a 5-target mission. They are on opposite sides of the map. They are in different rooms on different levels. 5 targets across the map, and you have to escape. Starts, gun flashes, tosses the muffin, tosses another muffin. So instead of going all the way to the attic to boost with a violin, He decided to save time by standing on pieces of a crumbling muffin that he blows up with a bomb in full view of everybody that he has panicked perfectly.
Wait a minute.
Please, someone help!
I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Wall runs perfectly. Perfectly shot while moving. Pops him. 50 seconds, dude. Hey, just a Drake for a moment. Just a Drake for what is like just one of the craziest runs I've ever seen in my life. I've watched tons of Hitman. I've played tons of Hitman. Okay, I've grinded tons of Hitman. I have done things in runs that I consider impressive. I've done nothing like this. This is truly a deep understanding of the wildest Hitman mechanics. Nobody had advanced knowledge or notice. He could not watch anyone else's runs to learn. This was self-discovered in 1 week. 50 seconds. Truly crazy. But I want to thank all of the runners. I only showed 10 today. There was dozens and dozens. People did a lot of crazy variety of strategies, variety of starts. Everyone that got involved was crazy. I think I will be doing this again. It was a ton of fun for me to watch and see the new runs and the new times coming over the week, and people get better and better and better and evolve and evolve. And Tupla, well-deserved first place.